Hello and welcome to the Share It with Ishani podcast, where I share stories of people from around the world to educate, empower, and motivate you. And I'm Ishani Gupta, radio anchor and a public speaking coach. So, just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because every Saturday I bring you one new episode of my podcast. So, let us begin with today's episode. A lot of people have this dream in their childhood to become writers and authors. Even I had the same dream when I was a little girl. So today's episode is basically dedicated to all the aspiring authors and writers because on today's episode, I have the first time author who has written a book titled Imagination Mindset. So please welcome Carla Quintanilla. Hi, Carla. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm happy to be here.
I'm doing great as well. And I'm so excited to see you. And I'm really excited to talk about your book and everything about writing a book and tips on becoming an author, basically.
Yeah, of course.
So, Carla, you are a student at DeSales University. So, how did you think of becoming an author and writing this book, Imagination Mindset?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, yes, I'm a senior at DeSales University, a marketing major. So not a writing English major. I'm actually a business major, and
Okay.
I'm in my last semester of school. So I'm about to graduate, and the idea of writing a book didn't come up until last year after I had completed an internship with Disney called my Disney College program, which is a semester long internship for you to work down at the park. So I got to work at the Magic Kingdom as a hostess. So while I was there, I was introduced to the company values, what it means to be a worker, a Disney worker at Disney, all the backstage operations. Whereas before I was just a Disney fan, I liked to go to the parks because I enjoyed my Disney vacation, but I got to work as a worker there and experience the magic backstage.
That's
So long
wonderful.
story short, when I came back to home and we had quarantine and the pandemic,
Yeah.
I was selected to do a program, and that's a writing program through the University of Georgetown, where you have the opportunity to be published. So when I was thinking about what to write, when I had decided to write a book about something, one thing that I'm really passionate about, and that is Disney, but more specifically career development and work environment, and what it means like to be in a work that you love, and what it's like to deliver the best of yourself and also the best for the people that you are treating or your clients. So long story short, I ended up being selected in this program, and continue with the idea to write about the Disney work ethic and what it's like, what my experience as well as other people's experience working for this company that is so well renowned, that it's also very much a leader role for a lot of different businesses that deliver service or that deliver quality products in entertainment. So yeah, that's pretty much my story of how I
Okay.
got started, and then from then on it's been a learning experience for what it's like to become published. There's one thing to just begin writing, and then there's the other process of actually becoming published and going through the rounds of editing and the people that you work with so that you can come out with a published book that it's out in the public. Yeah.
Yeah, you have already told us about a lot about your book, what exactly to expect, but still, I would like you to elaborate a little bit on
Sure.
what the readers who want to read your book would expect out of your book. So, can you just throw some more light on your book? What are the characters and who would be actually reading your book, like your target audience?
Yeah, of course. Just let me expand a little bit more on that. That's a good question. So this book is a nonfiction book. The the desired audience, or the people that would enjoy reading this book, are anyone who's into Disney's like operations, as well as like a Disney enthusiast who wants to know a little bit more about what it's like behind the scenes when you are, you see the parks, Walt Disney World, the movies. More specifically, this book is about the operations at the parks and resorts. But people get to experience the vacation, but they don't really know the work that goes behind that. So people that are intrigued or curious about that would really enjoy that, because I go in detail about what the workers there do to deliver that service, and all of the like pieces moving together at the same time to put on what it's called the Disney show. But as well as people who are to learn about the mindset behind the quality of the service and the products that Disney is delivering. So anyone who has their own business, or perhaps is getting started with their career, the type of mentality that goes into this amazing, well-renowned company, how are they able to operate so well throughout many years and remain competitive, highly competitive, as the world changes, as everything. So it also tells stories of people working within the parks, the people that make up this company, and their experience and how much they've loved it. So we actually go in and talk about the difference between delivering something you love and actually enjoying working there, and how you can put up your best face forward in the workplace. So it's a little bit of everything between Disney, explaining Disney's, operations, mentalities, core values, but also taking it a step further and seeing how you could apply this to your own business, to your own career, for creating your own magic, right? So creating your own Disney's magic mentality, and applying it in yourself, in your personal life.
It will be so great. Like, we have watched so many Disney movies, and like getting to work into it and reading all about that, the people working there, and the entire working would be so interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So you have been writing this book for how long? Your book is about to release next month, which is in August. So for how long have you been writing this book? So you said lockdown time.
Correct. Yeah. I began the writing process last May, mid-May. And then, I'm getting published in August. So throughout this whole journey, it's been, about creating the chapters, creating the body of work, creating that book, and then going through the rounds of editing, going through the developing of what the main theme of this book is. And that I worked with the team at New Degree Press, which is the publisher that I'm publishing with.
Great.
So there have been several rounds of just editors going through and really like diving into what I'm trying to say in this book, and going further in adding research or adding more stories of people that have worked in the company, as well as my own testimony of what I experienced there and how this could be super useful for others.
Okay, great. So can you share some tips on writing a book? Because as I told you, this episode is dedicated to all the aspiring writers and authors. So a few tips on writing a book.
Yeah, they always say, people that go through one project, right? They always look back and they think, oh, I could have done this differently. I think that always happens. And I think that if I could advise anyone, what I wish I would have been doing differently, the main thing I say, and I'm doing it now, but build momentum for your book. So the marketing part of your book, it's essential, because you're writing this really special thing, and you want people to know about it and ultimately read it, right? Some people become authors, and that's their main career. Others are more of indie authors, and they are doing this on the side. But ultimately, once you release this thing, you want people to know about it. And by building momentum, meaning you're talking about it in advance, hands, like, hey guys, or hey everyone, family members, your network, I'm writing this book. This is my journey. This is what I'm doing. Giving people insights about your book. Once it releases, people are excited, and yeah, excited to read it and excited to see, how far you've come after you've been releasing little snippets of what your journey has been like. When you are a famous author, I feel you can just drop a book and everyone's excited to hear it because you've built that credibility. But when you're somebody that is a first-time author, I would suggest building momentum, talking about it, posting about it in advance, even talking about it on podcasts like your podcast, and explaining to people what the book is about. So when it comes out, people aren't really surprised and just learning about it. That is my main tip advice. Definitely share your story out there. People like to see what you're passionate about, and it builds, momentum for when your book actually publishes. Number one. Number two is not being afraid of your voice. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, my first language is Spanish. So I'm Mexican. I'm from, my first language is Spanish. My second language is English because I moved here to America when I was 11. And so when I first thought about writing this book, like the idea sounded so good. But then when it came to writing, I'm like, there's all these little things like grammar, structure, that my second language and my first language were kind of interacting at the same time. And I became, for a moment, a little insecure, kind of feeling that imposter syndrome. Like, there are people that are studying English that haven't even written a book. And so when it came to writing, a lot of times I felt like I was over perfecting things, meaning like I was sharing everything very like academic when I could share more of myself in my voice, in my writing. That is a little bit different than the type of style of writing that we get taught in college. So that is something that I had to break through with my editor when she was telling me, this sounds like an essay. This sounds like there's no dynamic, there's no humor, there's no like you in it. It sounds very much like you're writing for a grade. So I would suggest exploring your voice in writing, with your grammar, with the way you structure, with your
the language,
with your tone and style, and starting like that and putting everything together, right? Spend a few hours just brain dumping everything, laying everything down, and then going back and fixing things. I feel like when I was writing, I was way too analytical the first time, and then when I went back, it's just, you're still gonna have to revise in the first place. So be authentic in your writing. I think that's the main, advice from what I just said. Be authentic, and don't be afraid to explore your voice and get out of your comfort zone. Don't think of books as just academic writing. There are many books that are hilarious, that they're funny, they are, emotional. And I think because I'm in the college, journey, I'm only used to reading most of the time very academic work. But this was a little bit different. It's more of me. So that's another advice. And then thirdly, I would say just go for it. So if you've thought about writing a book, the easiest, the hardest thing sometimes is to get started. But just get started and seek help from others that are in the same industry, that are in the same like group of, niche. So if you know somebody that has written a book, connect with them and ask them about their journey. You can learn from them. You can also, seek advice from other people in the web, and just begin writing. I mean, that's the easiest thing. You have to have some writing for you to even become published. So, and then know that the writing journey can be a long process if you're a first-time author, and if your first language is not English, it's not English, then it is a journey of learning from others. Sometimes I feel like I was being critiqued too much because I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even see that. I'm glad you saw it, but I'm like, like I said, it brings out your insecurity sometimes, but that's part of the journey, right? People have to see, you have to learn from others' perspective to see to read the fine line and to see your writing in a different perspective, so that you can go back and fix things and clarify, because sometimes what you're meaning in your brain does not translate in what
Yeah.
you're writing, so you need to clarify. That's why you need to have other people to read it. So yeah, first, market well, build momentum, talk about it in advance. Second, don't be afraid to explore your voice, write, and then go back and revise. And then third, seek help from others. Ask people about their journey. Ask people what they think about your writing. Learn from others, and also, let others learn from what you're writing as well.
Amazing. That was an amazing tip that you have shared with all my viewers. And I'm sure it is going to help all the aspiring writers and authors to start with their journey as a writers. And my final question
Yeah.
to you is, Carla, that are you planning on writing more number of books? This was just your first one. So do you plan on writing even more?
Yeah, I would love to publish another book. For future plans as of right now is to obviously get this one published and build the value of it, and get people to read and see what I'm talking about. I would love for people to learn from it and see how this can apply to them. It's a shorter book, so people can read it very quickly. It's almost like a guidebook for people to learn more about the business ethic at Disney World, and share a few tips about how they can apply it. But then in the future, I would love to write about other things in areas of my life that I think people should know. So, for example, I would love to write about relationships. That's one of the things. What
Okay.
makes a healthy relationship? What makes um, the dynamic between a heterosexual marriage, right? Because that's what I know. That's what I will know in the future. Like, whenever, if God willing, I get married, I would love to write about having a healthy marriage and knowing psychological research about how to maintain that, because just the divorce rate is high, right? And it's been high in the
Yes.
US, and I would like to see why that is. So exploring that, I'm really interested in relationships at the moment. And then the other thing I would love to write about in the near future is about motherhood and
Okay. Great.
families in my perspective, right? And how I've grown up, because people can benefit from it. You could,
Yeah.
if you're from a different country, you could read about it and learn from it. And if there's research backing up my point of view, so on and so forth. So yeah, I think that's something that I've been thinking about. And then lastly, I would love to write a children's book about
Okay. You are so
encouraging.
diversified in your writing, niche. So that is amazing. Like, very few people have the courage as well as the intent and expertise to go ahead and write on different niches. So hats off
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, of course. I think sometimes you just gotta write what you love, right? And
Yeah.
that doesn't have to be one specific topic. It could be many things. And obviously you can remain with your niche, and that's, if I'm Carla, the Disney gal who loves to write about Disney's work ethic and Disney's values, that could be it. But there's no rule saying you can write
Yes.
about anything else, even just crafting or cooking. And that's the beauty about being in the world where you could do anything with just your computer. So for
Absolutely.
me, that's one of the things that I would love to explore in the future when I've experienced it. But for now, my career and working for Disney is one of my goals. So, like, this is exactly what I wanted to explore, and I learned so much from it.
Amazing. That's really amazing, Carla, and all the best to you. And I really wish all the best to you for your book's release next month and also for your future endeavors. So it was really amazing talking to you, Carla, and thanks for being on my show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, then see you next time, and I hope you are there another time so that we get to talk to the people around about your second book as well. All
Of
right.
course, I would love to meet again.